This is the spar where Sendo shows a wild style that counterpunchers can't even read, and he rocks Miyata like it's a title fight. And his shirt is fire as hell. Sendo comes down to Miyata's gym and straight up demands a sparring. Miyata says he doesn't mind to spar with Sendo, but they should get approval from the coach first. And then something bad happens. Sendo literally smacks the back of Miyata's head and says, "Don't be like that." Look at Miyata's smile. If you know Miyata, you know that this dude never smiles. This is not a good sign. Ippo sees this from the outside window and tries to attack Sendo because he dared to touch Miyata-chan. Just think back for a second when Sawamura tried to punch Kumi. Even then, Ippo didn't do anything aggressive like this. He's never beaten the allegations. Just when the Kawahara coach says that this is beyond rude, Miyata says he'll do it. He smiles like sunshine and asks Sendo if he brought gloves. Sendo's happier than a kid on Christmas. Miyata says they're pretty big. You know where this is heading. At this point, his smile is creepy. And as Sendo looks for his other gloves, Miyata seems to throw something. It's a pair of gloves. He throws them at Sendo's head like a basketball. This is why he was smiling the whole time. Bro was boiling with anger. He gave Sendo 8-ounce gloves. This is basically the same as wearing no gloves at all, bro. Sendo's about to explode. Itagaki says it how it is. If they're using 8-ounce gloves with this tense atmosphere, it will be like a proper fight. Who is stronger? They start warming up in the ring. Sendo says Miyata made a mistake picking 8-ounce gloves. He's gonna regret it. They really hurt. These knuckles are mine. And as he says this, his head gets snapped back by a sharp jab. What's the matter, little bro? The bell has already been rung. Sendo goes in to punish Miyata, but no chance. He's being pushed back by a high-speed double jab. I stand corrected. A triple jab. And it causes a lightning storm in the ring. Sendo says they're fast and they hurt. They could literally drop someone. Miyata is more than his dangerous right cross. As Miyata throws another jab, Sendo slips to the side and says it was worth coming to Tokyo. And there it is. He prepares the smash. Miyata's board computer already adjusted accordingly and he raises his guard. But the smash is so powerful that he easily breaks through it. I got one more for you, kuh. You ain't got shit on me, bro. Miyata rocks Sendo with his famous right cross and redesigns his face like a piece of clay. He countered the smash like it's nothing. Miyata looks at his dad because he proved him that he didn't need an uppercut because the counter is good enough. This obsession with counters is wild. He wants to prove his dad's style on the world level. Just like Ippo tried to prove Kamogawa's style and ended up getting absolutely washed. I think eventually Miyata is headed for disaster with this mindset. Sendo wants to know what Miyata is waiting for. This is the chance to land combos and finish him. But Miyata says it's just a spar. No need to get that serious. Obviously he's bluffing. The weight cut is so harsh that he can't use his footwork. But this sets Sendo off, and as we know, rage makes him stronger. Miyata says Sendo came to study jabs. Then watch closely. It looks like he's attacking Sendo with an assault rifle. Look at the bullets going through Sendo's shirt. Sendo is exhausted and hasn't landed a single punch yet. It came to the point where the spectators talk like Sendo used to be the Japanese champ and Miyata is whooping his ass. When Itagaki tries to tell him to bob his head or block, Sendo says, "Shut up, I'm trying to stay pissed." He is using that anger. Him and Takamura are the only boxers in the manga that can use anger in a healthy way. Itagaki tells him to bob his head one last time, and then something happens. Sendo takes a stance we rarely see. His guard is practically completely open. He approaches Miyata like this. If he got rocked earlier with the guard, how can this work? Here it comes. Sendo looks straight at the jab. What will he do? And just like Itagaki said, he moved his head and slipped a jab. No matter how wild he is, Sendo is still a humble student that listens to his second. Because Miyata is too fast to follow visually, Sendo is moving on his wild instincts. Miyata doesn't know which punch Sendo will throw. That's how unreadable he is. Right, left, right. Like absolute bombs, they land on Miyata's guard, causing explosions. Miyata says these punches are motionless. Ippo explains it further. Sendo can punch without taking a fighting pose. The jab and the straight are exactly traveling the same distance and are not telegraphed. You don't see the motion from that stance. Miyata throws another jab, but Sendo slips it easily. And another disgusting right by Sendo. Miyata says these punches are crazy to be this strong when they're so compact. This moron is the same type of boxer like Ippo. As Sendo throws another compact jab, Miyata says that destructive power is gonna cost him. Sendo knew the right was gonna come. He dodges with ease and pulls his left back. He smiles like the devil and says counterpunchers always fall for these kind of feints. He baited Miyata into throwing a counter, but just think about this. He only threw it because he's so obsessed with them. His own mind is trapping him. And Sendo wrecks Miyata's guts with the piercing right hand. Miyata tries to keep Sendo away with jabs, but it doesn't work. He's now accustomed to Miyata's pace and rhythm. Sendo shouts, come on, at Miyata. He wants more smoke. He pushes him into the corner like a pillow and says, say good night. The right hand rains down on Miyata's guard like 1,000 tons of steel. And another one. This time it's the damn smash. Miyata gets his guard up in time. But even through the guard you can see the insane power pushing into him. And it's an explosion that almost rips Miyata's arms off from his torso. And now the finisher. Miyata says the swing is wide. He can counter, but can he? Sendo's eyes say, what you gonna do? Then Miyata realizes there's no opening. He can't punch. Not in this situation. Sendo knows it and he looks like a hungry tiger that's about to go for the finishing bite into the neck of its prey. And Sendo rams his right hand into Miyata's skull and executes him in front of his father and the whole gym. Or does he? Sendo hit the corner post and spared Miyata's life. Miyata asks him if that was on purpose. And now Sendo is the one saying it. It's just a spar. There's no need to go that far. Miyata thinks finally my turn. His dad wants to give him his headgear, but he keeps walking. And now he's in the ring with the featherweight king. Ricardo asks him, no headgear? Since they both speak English, they can understand each other. And look at Miyata, he looks sturdy, man. Full muscles and all. We haven't seen him in peak condition in a long time. This will be good. He says, you're not wearing any. Damn. He's treating the champion like an equal. The whole crowd is speechless. They've never seen such audacity in Japan. This is Takamura level confidence. Miyata analyzes Ricardo's condition. He says he's his third sparring partner. Plus, Ricardo is on weight control and also no headgear. He thinks Ricardo is looking down on him too much. That's what I mean when I say Miyata is a hothead. Probably as much as Sendo. But Ricardo says, let's begin. Come at me. Everybody is excited and anxious. The highest peak of the sport is about to clash. I can feel the electricity. And the bell rings. Both start moving. Miyata looks confident. What will happen next? Bill makes a quick assessment. Ichiro Miyata. He's number 5 in the WBA and WBC. It wouldn't be strange for him to challenge us sometime soon. Did you hear this? Straight from the horse's mouth. There's a possibility that Miyata could challenge Ricardo for the belt. This changes a lot. And as I've said before, this means that Miyata will not go up in weight and fight Rosario. So please forget that theory forever. Ricardo throws a sharp left hand. The first punch of the spar. Miyata looks right at it. What will he do? And he moves around the whole ring in a crescent shape as if his feet are oiled up and driven by the engine of a Lamborghini. Look at his badass stance. Ricardo hasn't even turned around yet, by the way. But that changes quickly as he immediately faces Miyata and goes on the offensive. Miyata reacts accordingly. Look at this. Ricardo throws a barrage of jabs that look like piercing bullets. Miyata is so locked in that he dodges every single one of them. He's already further than Ippo has ever gotten in their first spar. And not only does he dodge with his upper body, he's literally using his feet to dodge. Look at Miyata flying through the ring with the Philly shell. This is my favorite stance, man. It looks so cool. Every point is guarded. Against body shots, against left hooks, and even his left shoulder protects him against Ricardo's right hand. And Ricardo throws another lightning jab. But look at this. Miyata throws a crisp left hand in time and counters Ricardo's jab as if he saw it coming like an oracle. Of course, Ricardo won't get caught so easily and blocks it while looking straight at Miyata for his next move. Because he's not done. He clenches his fist and makes a step. He's ready. And suddenly we're looking at them from below as Miyata slices into Ricardo's guard like a ninja throwing 100 shuriken. The interesting thing here is that Ricardo's guard is super wide. He's standing in a rather squared stance, similar to how RBJ was fighting. He definitely studied their fights. And once he has seen enough, he parries one of the many shots and replies with a dizzying jab. And once again, Miyata steps into another angle in order to reposition. And he throws another jab. Ricardo blocks it once once again. And yet again Miyata steps into another angle. He never stays in the same spot for more than one punch. Ricardo multiplies his shots as well. This time he throws 2 left hands to catch Miyata. He knows Miyata will disappear immediately. That's why he throws more than a jab. And boom! Look at this. Ricardo finally caught up with Miyata. As Miyata threw a jab during his steady escape, Ricardo blocked and immediately replied with a jab himself. He's downloading Miyata's whole rhythm and movements before catching up to him in mere seconds. Miyata senses how close Ricardo has gotten and circles away after Ricardo barely scrapes his face. It's a small explosion in the center of the ring. Look at them both. Ricardo looks serious. You can see the scrapes on Miyata's face after the exchange just now. First point goes to Ricardo. The no-names in the gym witness greatness for the first time in their lives. Bill says there are still fighters of this caliber among the featherweights in Japan. Do you see this? He's putting Sendo, Miyata and Ippo in the same caliber as Date, who challenged Ricardo twice. This is big for power scalers. Miyata and his dad are casually talking to each other through telepathy. His dad says you survived but he landed one. Miyata says of course he did. Alright then, time to go up a gear. They completed each other's sentences in their minds. Bro, there is no duel like Miyata and his dad. They are literally a single mind and body. And look at this, bro. Miyata is floating in front of Ricardo like Muhammad Ali. And then, he's gone. Time for a long-distance relationship because he's far, far away. No, he's not. He's approaching like a vengeful spirit. He drifted around the ring and comes from an ungodly angle like an eagle catching its prey. He's even faster now. Look at this. He's right in front of Ricardo's face. Maybe it's not even him. It looks like his soul went ahead of his body. It's over for Ricardo. This is too fast even for him. Is this the anti-Ricardo strat? What? What is this? Ricardo's arm is extended already and literally touching Miyata's forehead. He saw it coming? Are you telling me he saw it coming? He looks at him like, I saw you, bitch. You're going to pay for Sendo's audacity in the park. Miyata looks like he saw an image of Ippo kissing Kumi on Ricardo's glove. This is a near-death experience. And he retreats immediately. He realizes the danger of the situation. As he flies through the ring, he says the following. As soon as I thought he was about to throw a punch, his fist was already in front of me. This is Ricardo's ghost jab, bro. He's not telegraphing even one tiny bit. Now pay close attention. Miyata lays out Ricardo's impeccable strategy. It's not even a strategy, it's just him being a monster. Strike first, strike at the same time, strike right after. He doesn't let his opponents do anything. It's basically my ideal style. Look at him eyeing Ricardo as Ricardo drills his fist into his face. I think this is the first time we've seen Miyata with the monster eyes, by the way. This means he's finally waken up. He has title aspirations again. And he's slightly spinning his head away as well. Bro, Miyata is proper world level. Although Ricardo stops his every move, he's still hanging with him. This is already more impressive than what Date did. Hajime and Ippo went up another gear yet again. Next chapter will be lightning and storms. Mark my words.